there was a lot to learn about the data, digital transformation. People said that, okay, you are a data people, we don't need you. AI is here to stay. This is the bottom line, it is here to stay. So, we created software solution, we created a content solution.
Hi everyone, welcome to this new exciting episodes of Story Makers. Now, all of you know that here on Story Makers, we dwell into the art of storytelling through the creative eyes of trailblazers, visionaries, and yes, innovators. On our platforms, we bring about people who share their success stories with us. And on that note, we have another visionary with us who has been working diligently in his field. He has come all the way from Middle East to share his story and inspire all of us. Please allow me to welcome CEO and CIO of PiLog Group, Mr. Imad Syed, on our sets of Story Makers. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here.
What a great thing for you coming in all the way here. And like I said, that Story Makers is about storytelling, people coming and sharing their success. Now I would like to start with your success story, like your journey, how you started. You became a CEO of PiLog Group, and also like what was your focus on data management and digital transformation. A lot of things that you've been doing and reaching to this level. Yeah. Please share your story.
See, I had a very modest beginning, like everybody, but there was a lot to learn about the data, digital transformation. And when I entered this in 2001, and at that point in time, data was not so critically important for organizations.
Correct.
But again, we knew that this is the vision that we carry, and we also knew that we can really create value for the organizations out of these data practices.
Correct.
So, be it data management, data quality, or data governance. So, I had to learn a lot of things, but apart from learning it, I had to also explain and bring in awareness in the market. I recall a lot of those stories, where people said that, okay, you are a data people, we don't need you, kind of thing. But again, that has given us a lot of enthusiasm. We came out with right practices, right methodologies, and also the processes that would help transform. And in this entire journey, data became part of my life and part of my DNA. So, we started doing lot more research on data quality, data analytics, because all these things today, if you look at it, but very, very important.
Correct.
Without that, you cannot even, no enterprise can even take a deep breath,
Exactly.
without focusing on this.
Correct.
So, again, started as a system engineer and understanding the data models, data schemas, and all of that, doing a lot of research on it. We build a lot of systems, and that kept me grounded, because again, I had to deal with the reality, which is actually where the industry is going, and also look at the vision, where I can take these products or the services to the next level, and could be a digital transformation platform, those are the things. So, it was actually a long journey, nearly 23 years now, but again we are going strong, I am going strong. PiLog has been evolving under the able leadership of the entire board members, that we really put lot of effort to take this PiLog to the next level. And it has been a very, very humble and learning journey for for me, as well as the team. The team that stick with me was also nearly 20 years. So, they also learn, and I am learning from them, and I am learning from the customers, I am learning from the market. But again, if you summarize it, it was learning and earning, that was the the entire summary of the journey.
Undoubtedly, I called you a visionary because what a great lesson that you've given us is that learning and then earning.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. You struggled because there were no data things at that point of time.
Right.
And now that how much you've brought, and like it's an important thing for a company. Now I know that there are two different projects that you work upon. That is lean data governance, and of course PiLog Group. Of course, that's also a cloud management company.
Right.
What is it all about, and how are they helping other companies in this?
See, we have been in the business for nearly 3 decades. PiLog existed from 1996. So, I joined PiLog in 2001. So, if you now look at it, we said that we need to separate the business into two different things. One is the software solution, the other one is the content. because content is king.
Correct.
I mean, without content, nobody can run any business.
True that.
So, we created lean data governance. Lean data governance is actually the best practices that we learned during the last 2.5 decades. We learned and we packaged all those practices and enabled that or empowered that by AI, which is the artificial intelligence. Lean data governance is actually a packaged product with all the common things that every organization is required. So, this is not kind of a upsell or downsell of it. It is actually common that is required for every organization, and it is available on cloud, which is a subscription based model, whereas the PiLog cloud is the content. So, we created software solution, we created a content solution. Content is something that anybody can consume, because we would like to really we wanted to digitize the entire content in such a way that anybody can subscribe to it. But again, in India, this mechanism of taking the content on subscription is not very popular, but elsewhere it is popular. So, you do not need to have the data experts or content experts. There is content, millions of records, verified records that are available on cloud, and anybody can just pay minimum fees and then subscribe to it, which means they do not need expertise, they do not need to validate the data or content, but it is all available for them.
Okay.
And more importantly, the PiLog cloud is built from ISO standards, because by the way, we also contributed to ISO standards, because we said that if we want to bring in change or awareness in the market, we also need to bring in ISO. So, we became part of ISO development. So, ISO 8000, ISO 29002, ISO 22745, myself and our chairman, we contributed heavily to these standards, and then we developed those standards, and the moment you take the standard to anybody, everybody would accept it. So, this data as well as the lean data governance, both of them follow strictly ISO standards, which means that anybody can easily consume them.
Okay, okay. Now again, now getting to know that you're working as per the standards as well. Of course, this calls for like a PiLog stands out as a company.
Yeah.
Now you are using a lot of exciting technologies in PiLog also.
Right.
What is your most favorite technology that you use here?
So, technology wise, if you look at it, machine learning is going very, very strong, and all the models that you have, machine learning. I mean, earlier humans had to learn, now it is the time for the machines to learn.
Correct.
And also continuously learning.
Correct.
Deep learning is another one that we use as part of our technology, and basically it is AI, ML, deep learning, these are the things that we are using. But one of the things that actually excites me and also the market is the NLP, natural language processing. While we are talking, computers need to at one point in time understand this language. If they do not understand, how can you establish the conversation with the system? So, this is also something that we are working on. And there is a great product that we are building now, or built it, and we showcased it, and it is creating wow factor, which is built on combination of AI, ML, deep learning, NLP, lot of these technologies combined into it, which is referred as AI lens, which is part of lean data governance. I mean, that is the solution that we have.
You said it so rightly that of course technologies, every day we see there is another advancement. Now when we say like about AI, what is it that you see, where is AI taking us ahead to? How is it going to transform, especially the data management thing?
Right. See, AI is here to stay. This is the bottom line, it is here to stay. And it is up to humans how we would like to utilize it to improve our productivity, improve our efficiency, improve the consistency, and monetize it. It is up to us, and if we do not, then that would also be another technology, somebody else will take advantage of it, will become only the users, but not the developers of it. So, just from one survey in India, we have probably only 2000 people with capabilities who can build this thing. Consumers, lakhs of people, hundreds of thousands of people. So, we need to change that way. It is not the users, but the universities and everybody need to put in lot of effort into building a workforce that can create it, that can develop it, that can perceive this, incept this. I believe in future we will give task to the machines to do it, and when we come back and the task will be done, and that is how the technology will take that leap bound of it.
Very true. Like you just now said that you are absolutely a visionary or probably the face of technology or taking it ahead. There is a lot of advancement that you have already done in PiLog. Now I would like to know that what is the importance of having the data quality governance. Now what is the importance of this and how can companies benefit from this, and if they are not using it, how are they going to like lose the essence of the data in their company?
Yeah. See, I'll just give you an example of the data quality. This morning when I landed, I just checked the address of it and all the data points it has shown. If let us suppose that data was wrong, I would have reached somewhere else. We wouldn't have been sitting here.
Yes.
So data quality means a lot. And imagine just I'm talking about a single trip. There are organizations who would like to make the decisions on data quality. People sit in the boardroom and they say that okay, data is showing this way, okay, let us make a decision. But who has ensured that that data that is presented, that data that is actually produced is the right data?
Correct.
And that's where the standards are coming in. Standards are there for interoperability. Standards are there to take you into the right direction. Standards are there to for the organizations to sustain in the market. So data quality is, I think it is least bothered at this point in time, but I believe that India will take cognizance of data quality. There are a lot of organizations with whom we are working here. They have taken cognizance of it and they look at the data quality, and data quality cannot be achieved without data governance. So you need to govern. So from where the data is coming in, how the data is processed, and whether it is being processed by AI or it is being processed by a subject matter expert, how do you supplement the data? All these things are actually ensuring data quality. Data quality is a big field. I mean, there is a lot of research that is being done, but there are about 12 different dimensions of it, of the data quality. I am not sure who is aware of it, but if you do not bring in the relevant dimensions into your organization, you won't be able to capitalize on the value of your data.
Here when I was looking, I was just listening to your conversation here. This is one thing very important. Like companies, nowadays we are ordered with data. Of course, everyone, like you just said, that once you landed, you knew where to go until your data wasn't telling you rightly.
Yeah.
Now, trust and security of your data is also one of the prime
Absolutely.
things. Now, how do you ensure that the data of the companies, like when they ask PiLog to be intervening, how do you make sure that their data is safe and accurate? And of course, because it's all on cloud, how is it safe? How do you make sure?
Yeah. See, we have again several enterprises that would like to have a solution on premise which is within their data centers. Several organizations who is now, there is a trend that they are going for cloud. And again, the moment you say cloud, the data center security, the application layer security, as well as the source code security, all those things. I mean, if you look at it, what is the threat now? Cyber security. If you do not place cyber security for the data centers, it's a biggest threat. That's why cyber security is also evolving. And if I tell you that there are a lot of AI algorithms that are learning itself and improving the security.
Okay.
And that's also a beauty of this, the evolution of AI. So AI is there to protect AI, because that is a different use case. So first of all, it is secured, and again, standards are there. Also 27,000 is the standard for security.
Correct.
And if you implement that standard and comply with it, everybody with their closed eyes, they will believe that this is the right data. And that's where, and again, the communication of the data, exchange of the data, sharing of the data, all these things have got some protocols and some standards. And the moment you apply those standards, you would be able to give that assurance to the customer saying that your data is safe. And also another thing is that we cannot use any customer's data for others. So that assurance also we need to give, and that's why in Europe there is GDPR and personal law protection in various countries.
And that's a wonderful thing for a lot of companies who are listening to this program. We are getting to know that how PiLog has been playing a pivotal role in securing your data. Now, like you've been on this project for almost 23 years.
Yeah.
You've been working on this project and you're also evolving as a company.
Right.
Now, you have been working with other companies where you must have faced challenges. Or rather, I would put it this way, that where do you see companies are facing challenges when they use this data? Because to use it correctly is also one of the things.
Yeah. See, I personally believe that 9 out of 10 companies does not have a data strategy.
Okay.
So, if you do not have a data strategy, you don't know where your data is.
Correct.
And what data you need, and from where can you get that data, and how can you use it, how safe it is, what quality it is. So, if you do not have a strategy for something, then you really you are lost, and you are in dark. That is why what we are doing is we are recommending every organization that you start with data strategy. Be it small, no issues. You cannot achieve everything in a year, but start with a data strategy rather than a business strategy. If you now look at Amazon, why Amazon is so successful, whereas there are other companies who can do the same thing at a lesser price, but still Amazon is successful, because I think it is the only company on the planet who has designed their data strategy 15-20 years ago to collect all the data, so that they track you, they check what you are checking, and they will not leave you until you buy it. So, organizations need to realize that data strategy is important. Once you have data strategy, you will have the AI strategy, because without data you cannot embark on a journey of AI.
But when you say this, that you've been watched thoroughly, like Amazon, you're saying that they really keep an eye of what you're looking at, how have you been growing in your field, and then of course they are going to be sending you links accordingly.
Yeah.
Now here, I would want to know, this is my personal question here with you, which is, does it come with a threat also? Sometimes you've been watched all the time.
Yeah.
Like how do you manage to be aware of not somebody coming to you all the time and telling you buy this, buy that?
Yes. Digital surveillance is there everywhere. All our devices are location enabled, so you know where you are going at any point in time. But the good thing about these organizations who are collecting the data is that they take your consent. Probably when you are creating a user ID, when you are creating an account, there is something where you say, I agree.
I agree, correct.
So, but nobody goes through that 10 pages of a document what you are actually agreeing.
True.
So, you agree to it, and that is why they are tracking. But now a lot of laws and acts have enforced on these companies, saying that you allow user to go back and delete that history. So, you have a setting, it is up to you, the device is in our hand, go and turn it off, delete everything, then there is no tracking. And that way you actually your privacy is protected, it is secured.
Now, we also know that you've developed an AI lens for your SaaS based lean data governance. Now, this is one particular term which I actually had to see.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us more about it? What is it all about?
AI lens, it is a artificial intelligence lens. I mean, lens via which you can see the insights,
Right.
lens via which you can get the intelligence. So, it has got hundreds of use cases, such as one of the things that users actually face biggest problem is that learning a new solution. AI lens tells you, you just speak to it saying that I would like to do this, immediately it will get it done. So, you see the user experience has completely changed. So, awareness, navigation, helping the user, and again we are talking about data management systems. Not everybody understand data, data quality, data governance. So, they feel always that it is a complex thing. So, what we brought in a AI lens, which is a conversational AI, like what I said, it is a natural language processor, natural language understanding. So, if you ask something, it will get it done, not just say this, say that I would like to do this, immediately it will get it done, and it will say that shall I proceed with this, yes, proceed, get it done, but again taking consent of the user. So, that is one of the examples that I have given. Or if you would like to know more about it, again when you are talking about data quality of your enterprises, you won't ask a question, where do I find coffee, you will ask how good is my data, or how many sales we been done, or how much money I have spent on this particular thing, or what was the financial results for the last quarter, and these are the questions. You can ask questions and it will give you. So, how nice it is for the board members or the C-level executives to go and ask those questions, go into a board meeting, you have all the information accurate coming out of your AI lens, and then you can go and make the decisions. Rather than you know nothing, you will ask X, X will ask Y, Y will ask Z, and then probably even you cannot trust it. But here it's the data quality management system, data quality governance solution, and it speaks your language. You can speak in your language, ask questions and get those stats and information, and you walk into a meeting, you will have again information, you can dominate it, you can control the meeting, you can make the right decisions, and this is what is data centric decision making. So AI Lens has got a powerful feature with that. And again, can you please find me, if any organization says that, can you please find me this valve, where can I find this, or maybe this fan, where can I find it? It goes, searches on the internet and tells you these are the different prices, and from here you can get it, and the shipping is easier from here. So all that information of it. And again, especially the analytics is something that is derived from the data quality and several millions of transactions, and this is sitting on top of that and get all the information with all the connected systems and gives you the answers. And we are excited about it. We deployed only 20 plus use cases so far, but there are 100 plus use cases that we are planning to release as part of it, and anybody can use it as long as they have a data strategy.
Wow, now here when you say that you can ask anything, now here we have to be very mindful of what we're asking the AI Lens, because you need to ask, like you said, that once you're going for a board meeting, you have all the info with you, and of course you can command the meeting.
Right.
Now while you're using this AI Lens, you be mindful of the questions.
Yes, absolutely,
right.
absolutely.
Now you also said about data strategy. Now this has been, once you started, you said data strategy, it was also stuck in my mind. Because like when we're in business, we always want to have a strategy of how, like you said that before also. What is data strategy, and how does it help companies to actually use this system like a data management system in a good way?
Right. So data strategy starts from data discovery. Data discovery means, now let us suppose this organization, where is the data for the last 5 years? I don't think that anybody would be able to tell that this is the hard drive or this is the system where all the data resides. Maybe there is something on the USB drives, pen drives, there is something in the backup, there is something. So first of all, data strategy means you need to understand where the data is, data discovery. So discover where the sources are, discover who owns it, discover how relevant it is, discover how complete that is. That's the data discovery. Once you have the discovery, then you do the diagnosis of the data, and then check how much of the data is still relevant to take you forward, not take you backward, take you forward. And when you determine that whether the data set is really complete, if it is not complete, then you curate it. So we call it as a connect to the systems, collect the data, consolidate, bring it together. Again, if nothing is there or maybe something is missing, complement it, curate the data, and then move that data into the futuristic systems. So this is the data strategy. So our job is to bring in data, feed that data into the processes and elevate the organization, take that organization to exponential route of it. And that's what is the strategy, and this is what is actually digital transformation.
Now that we say AI is all that capable to take care of everything, now of course people in the organization, they also are in threat. And what if it takes away all our work? What would we be doing? But yes, because we are technologically, we are elevating every day. Right. It is the need of the hour, and digital transformation is really required. And here we have Dr. Imad Syed, who's given us all the information of how important it is to have your data managed. Now lastly, it is an important question once again. We are sitting here with a visionary. You have a lot of visions for yourself. But what is your advice to all those young entrepreneurs, all those wanting to be into this particular field of digital transformation?
See, since we are now in a evolution phase of AI, people need to understand that they cannot carry on with their skill set that they have. So first thing is that unlearn. Those unlearn. And people say that, oh, you want me to unlearn for whatever I have done for? Yes, this is the thing. Unlearn whatever you know, relearn. So if you unlearn it, so because like I said, organizations are practicing the legacy methods. People are also, studying whatever they are studying in their academics. I am not saying it is waste, but it is not any more relevant. So, you need to unlearn those practices, relearn, then you can, start earning respect, earning knowledge, earning command, earning, everything as part of your journey. But that's something I'm struggling again, even in my organization as well. We have put down a 3 months period now, that if we cannot complement or supplement our productivity by 30% by December, then we will have to really, do something big. So, people are now trying to bring in that productivity. And again, if let us suppose human beings are very, very innovative, we must not think that machines are going to take over. Absolutely never will happen, because we have come out of pandemic. Everybody thought that it would be. So, people, human beings are most intelligent and innovative creators.
Yes.
So, we must not be threatened by machines, because we are the guys who are teaching it, and machines. So, we do not have to be worried. But what we can do is that all this lethargic work, lazy work, repetitive work, which does not create any innovation or new ideas, that we can give it to machines. And you do what you are meant for, intelligent work, innovation, new ideas, sharpen it. So, this is the message.
Really, that we get to see such a great advice. What you have just told us, that unlearn. Now, nobody comes and says that unlearn what you've been learning all through your years and start learning again. Very, very important. We are in such an era where we need to relearn new things, be absolutely apt with the technology, because technology is advancing every day.
Yeah.
What a wonderful interview. All through the interview, I loved enjoying, totally enjoyed and understood what is data management is all about. My knowledge was really bleak, but then by now I know how important it is for all the companies to be having it to secure their data and have a strategy also. Thank you so very much, Dr. Imad. You came here and you graced Storymakers.
It's my pleasure. It's my honor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, my dear audience. Like I always say, that this show is about gracing your information and also telling you stories of visionaries. Now, please make sure that if this story has touched you, do not forget to write us. And if you really think that you too have a story which can transform the world, what are you waiting for? We are here with open arms to receive your story. Till then, this is Simran signing off, but I promise that I will be back soon. Stay blessed.